Little tip for anybody with one of these Fords. Strangely enough, I just bought another one of these. Things have escalated yet again. You can 100% tell if a Detroit head is cracked with a razor blade. Old two-stroker's got his own freaking shift knobs. How about ya? Check this out, dude. Freaking colors matching the truck. Welcome back to the Old Two-Stroker YouTube channel. My name's Wayne, and today's episode, well, we're still working on junk, I know, but we got some new junk to show you. It's a hodgepodge of just friggin' V12 goodness. The horde is growing, so let's get to the video. Alright boys, we made it back from Brandon's and Jason's unscathed. We've got a monster friggin' horde here to unload.
It's a real-life struggle. People who compulsively hoard possessions.
So, first things first, we're going to pick this motor up out of here. It traveled really well. Little tip for anybody with one of these Fords. You want to put something real heavy in the bed. These beds are Chinesium as frig, right? I don't trust those janky little tie downs. I did use them, but then what I do is I stagger whatever it is I'm putting in here, and I dump my hitch ball in and I chain to this. So then it's, kind of takes the bed out of the equation. I took one monster strap, went up over the engine, and it didn't frickin' move an inch coming out here. So really pumped about that. We're gonna try to get this over to the pad. Lul's running already, fired right up. Now that I bought kits for it, I'm sure it'll fire up. So yeah, let's get this thing over there, see what we got.
You can't drive a forklift. Oh, I can drive any forking thing around.
Yourself to the test and show us a passage of time.
Alright, fellas. Fixing to put this thing down. See if it rolls or if my arms fold up or rip off the thing. Who knows? Let's just see what happens. You can move it, but it ain't easy to push. When the wheels are aligned, it's not bad. Move it. This one here ain't really doing nothing. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. It's pretty friggin' inconvenient. It's better than not being able to move it, but it ain't great. Like, don't get me wrong, we have to renegotiate here. That one doesn't make sense to me. I gotta figure that should do something. I don't know. What is that? Is that gonna settle in? Wow. That's a substantial difference. So we're kind of really only rolling on one in the back, which is probably half the issue. Just distorts the square tube. I don't know, fellas. Here's what it is. It's not here for that. All right, fellas. Well, our wheels are all buttoned up. Thing does roll pretty good now, especially for being only on 3 wheels. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe this piece of tube's a little bent. Something's a little wonky here, because this one ain't really touching the ground. So it does if you rock it. Like if I can tell there's some rock in the stand. So what I was thinking about doing is I think I'm gonna heat this bar up here, this piece of tube, and get a big bar into it. See if I can't just bend it up out of the way a little bit and just try to evenly distribute the weight. I think that would help. But other than that, this stand is good enough. Strangely enough, I just bought another one of these off of Marketplace. I gotta go get it. But basically, it's another V12. It's a natural truck engine, and it's just a core. It's missing both heads, but what it does have is it has all of the belt drive. Let me see if I can show you here on the other one. So if you remember, our air compressor was here. It is not supposed to be here on this application. It's supposed to have a belt drive air compressor that mounts up here with like a plate, etc., etc. And that's like a Peterbilt thing, and it's going to be much easier to get this engine back in the truck and functioning correctly, especially with what I want to do to it. So I really didn't need this friggin' thing, but it had the air compressor set up, and as a bonus has the correct 15-inch V12 flywheel, which is the hardest part to find for any V12 truck application. Those flywheels are specific to a 12 because they're 15.5 inch. All the 71s normally only had a 14-inch clutch. So that flywheel is specific to a V12 truck application, and let me tell you what, fellas, it is rare as hen's teeth. We're gonna go after that engine because it was a song and a dance. I got the whole motor for $600. I'm gonna go snag it. It'd be cool. The only thing it doesn't have that I would really like it to have is another oil pan. I only have this one truck oil pan here, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but the one that's on my twin turbo engine is just a monstrosity comparatively, and I'm not sure we're gonna have room in the chassis, so we may end up having to change all that over. So I'd like to have another truck pan, just to have another truck pan to put on the shelf. But that other engine does have this correct truck style oil cooler and oil filter housing assembly. You could tell this one's different than that one there. Now this is a much shallower application than what you would find on most industrial engines, but it is not correct, at least for a Peterbilt truck. Yeah, well, as you can see, things have escalated yet again.
Why would they possibly want to keep that? That shows that somehow in their mindset and their cognitive thinking is off, that they really truly need help.
Had to have it. Quite the haul, actually. We've got an original 12V71 truck engine. Not sure what it's out of, but the serial number comes back to a truck. You know, the model number. I bought it because it has the air compressor mount that I need for number 29. It also has the correct truck flywheel. Has the right oil pan, water pump, and an oil cooler assembly for a truck. So, I mean, obviously the flywheel housing is correct too, but I already have one of those, so we're not going to mess with that, I don't think. But yeah, so that's the story of why it's here. It's missing some things, as you can see. I don't know why lately everything I buy has just been apart for 100 years and is ruined. Look at the freaking crank, boys. She's seen better days. Just that one journal, too. I feel like the rest of them, like you could see a piece of that one, it looks fine. I don't know if there was water, like, dripping on this one. Wasted. Typical. Could probably clean it up, but probably not. Cams, I'm gonna have to get cams ground anyway, no big deal. But yeah, it came with, I got the correct exhaust manifolds for truck, depending on the truck. They're not Peterbilt manifolds, but I got the correct thermostat housings, both of them. I don't know where the other one is. Somewhere around here. I've been kind of throwing shit everywhere. It's here, I promise you. We got a full set of Jakes. Bridges. I got the correct oil pump. So that's good, because we're going to need it for the other motor, I think. Just a core clutch, that's junk. And then I just grabbed it because they're going to whack me for a core charge when I bring one in to get a clutch. There's the other water manifold. I knew I had it. Thermostat housing here. A couple tall tin Jake valve covers. Always happy to have those. And I got a spare flywheel. Spending all the money today. I don't know. I didn't really need to spend it, but at the same time, this shit ain't getting any easier to find. So I figured kid was fair with me, so I figured why not just snag it. 12V71, look at that, fancy. All right, anyway, we're gonna get this all unloaded. I'm gonna jam. Oh, I did didn't even mention that. I did get the correct. I did get a set of correct truck cylinder heads. I need to pick these up. Hang on, fellas. They ain't getting any lighter. Okay, so I want to get a razor blade, and I don't know why they pulled the valves out of this one. I have the valves, they're in the bucket. I went through one of the buckets and they were in the bucket, so they weren't dropped or nothing. I don't know what the story is. They took this engine apart. I don't know. But so I'm gonna scratch the surface of those heads in between the valves here where they crack, and just give them a look for crack. Usually you can see it. And then I'll bring you back. But frig, it's getting dark. This is bullshit, boys. It's like 4 o'clock. Well, boys, anybody, first of all, let's just clear this up. You can 100% tell if a Detroit head is cracked with a razor blade. You don't need anything fancy, fellas. Get you some Freol and some brake clean. Spray in between each of the valves. See how nice that looks? Let me get you some light. See? No cracks? I'm telling you, you'll see them. What's that? See that, right? It's not just me. Junk. On to the next one. Not looking good. Can you say striking out? Both heads. Middle cylinder is pretty, well, it's not really the middle cylinder, but one of the middle cylinders has left the group chat. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for these V12s. But you know, I got some packages in the mail. I want to give some shout outs to you guys that did send me some stuff, because I got some really cool shit. Now, I didn't film any of the unboxing, but I don't open stuff with chainsaws because you guys send me stuff that I don't want to ruin. It's awesome shit. So, check this stuff out. It's awesome. So first up, I got to give a huge shout out to Brett Akey from Chrome Supply Warehouse in Belleville, Ontario. Dude, all the way from freaking Canada. This guy's been supporting me for a long time, and he just sent me one of the coolest freaking things I've ever seen. So, check this out. Old Two Stroker's got his own freaking shift knobs. How about ya? Sent me freaking 3 of them. What a treat. They're all same, but I'm freaking digging them. Sent them to me for the twin stick setup, and even sent me the adapters to put, so if I want to put them on a brake valve. So, super freaking cool. Really appreciate it. You guys check them out. If you're in Canada, they got like everything, dude. He was one of the very few people that could get me the chrome inlet for Mossy, the intake elbow. Well, it's like that scoop that's on the air filter. But a lot of people have asked me where to get them, and check it out, Chrome Supply Warehouse. Hit him up, find out. I'm sure he'll take care of you. Great dude. Brett, Diane, thank you guys again. Really appreciate you. Next up, we've got Dave Anderson. Sent me some badass shit for the same truck. Check this out. OG freaking manuals for the setup boxes in that. So friggin' cool. That'll be greatly helpful, because I'm sure I'm gonna be into them. I'm sure of it. That's how my life is cut. So, huge shout out to you, Dave. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. They're gonna go right in my library, not in the shop, so that I don't freaking ruin them. This is from Carla Philbrick, and if you remember from the original video on old number 29, when I got it, I was talking about is the lost Philbrick logging truck. Well, Carla Philbrick is Jerry's daughter, and we've been in contact. She's super excited that I have the truck and that we're gonna do something with it, and she sent me a box of treats. So check this out, dude. Freaking colors matching the truck. I'm thinking that one's gonna stay right in the truck. Might put it on the hat wall too. This is probably just as cool, but anyway, friggin' awesome. Sent me some friggin' treats here. Check this out. This is one of my favorite things. Look at her, dude. That's what they were like, brand new. That's what it looked like. Dig the keep on truckin' flaps. That's really cool. Sent me some friggin' plates for it. What a treat, dude. When I talked to her originally, I asked her about logos, and she sent me one she had in stock, so that was super cool. And we got some DOT numbers, actually, and some truck numbers. So, really, really cool. Carla, I really appreciate it. We'll be in touch soon. Thanks again. I hope you see this. And thank you to everybody who sent me something. I'm freaking just overjoyed. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to put all this stuff on the truck. Really excited. So, if you do want to send me something, P.O. Box is on the website, old2stroker.com. I'm a pretty easy guy to find. And Huge shout out to the patrons. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for watching.